What's up, y'all? Back with another video for you, another features. Top of 2022, first cop of the year. Real excited for these. This was a collab pair, so the collab streak continues, that I didn't even really know about until like 4 days before they dropped. And I actually hit through a local spot, and they're supposed to be getting delivered real soon. So really excited to see these. Been wanting a pair of these for a while, but the original color. But this color is cool too. So should be interesting, and they're here. Hey man, what's going on? Oh, they made it. Let's go. Appreciate it, man. I've been waiting for these all day. I'm already set up for my video. Yeah. Oh, all right. You have a good one, dog. How can you deliver these with no label? Well, anyway. Let's get straight into taking these out the box, and then we'll talk about what is gonna be probably the weirdest pair of shoes I've purchased in a hot minute. Definitely a hot minute. For anybody also at home paying attention, do not cut towards yourself with a knife. It is very dangerous. I was not supposed to do that. It's gonna be okay. This joint is barely sharp. I've had it for years. I got this knife when I was in like kindergarten. Came with a watch. There we go. Okay, so today we have Reebok Instapump Fury and Bape. No special name or anything for these. They just did a collab. Oh, jeez Louise. I don't think the bottles will be built like that, but it's fine because the top looks like that. The official, yeah, just Instapump Fury OG. Color code Q47370. The color code says white, black, which I always find funny for shoes that have like camo or any other kind of crazy print where they're like, we're not gonna try to define what this is. Like, you'll see it whenever you see it, right? So yeah, let's get into the shoes. Reebok is a brand that has like a rich athletic heritage, and while it probably sounds crazy to hear now, at one point they were like one of the most popular sneaker brands in the world, really on par with like, if not better than Nike. And that, ooh, look at that. Sheesh, these are huge. Size 13, so yeah. But yeah, as wild as that is to hear now, this was before like Nike became like the juggernaut of the sneaker space that it is. And nowadays, you'd probably be hard pressed to find somebody who says like Reebok is their favorite brand if they're not from Massachusetts, where the band is based, or if they're like European. So yeah, just the shoes and then the Bapesta print on the paper. But Bape has the Reebok Vector logo where the A would be. That's a good touch. Reebok just got sold last year because it used to be owned by Adidas for a healthy $2.5 billion to the Authentic Brands Group. So they're kind of in an interesting space right now where rather than being beholden to another brand and having to kind of work under them, they can kind of do what they want to do and get back to being Reebok. What that means is anybody's guess, but they are definitely going to continue to pump it up and air it out. So we'll see how that goes. So Instapump Fury is one of like quintessential 90s shoes, and part of Reebok's pump era when they were competing with Nike is that their brand's big idea was that they were looking for a custom fit. So the big thing with any kind of Reebok shoe from that era is that you pump them up using the pump, which, are these pumping? I don't think the pump works in the, oh, wait, there's the noise. Pump them up and then you get a custom fit tailored to your foot, and then whenever you're done, you air it out. So for these, the pump function still works, and I do wonder how that's gonna feel on feet, because I tried a pair, a size 12 on a different color before, and the fit was ridiculous. But I wonder if that's gonna change for these. But with them collabing with Bape, super well-known, popular streetwear brand, like really don't need an introduction, but Bape has been around since the early 2000s, and Bape has collabed with multiple brands, and they collabed with Reebok on multiple Instapump Furies, but this is the first one I think that is purely just Bape and Reebok. Some of the other ones I've seen have been like Bape and somebody else in Reebok. So this is just Bape, and it's got their branding all over it. So start at the top of the shoe with the tongue. You got the pump, which has the Bape 8 logo. Goes down into the Reebok Vector logo going down the tongue, in between the pump cage, which is done in their kind of classic like camo. You got the purple camo beneath going down to the toe. The toe guard has the orange camo. And then when you get to the back of the shoe, you got the red camo. And on the back, it says Bape stuff with that same kind of Bape with the Reebok logo where the A would be right there. And it's interesting that they have Bapesta on here, considering Bapestas are an actual like Bape shoe, like it's one of their models. I find that kind of interesting for them to do that. It even says Bapesta on the side of the box as well, which I didn't notice until just now. So that's an interesting touch. For the other shoe, similar concept. Bape logo on the pump, Reebok logo going down the tongue. You got the blue camo, the orange camo for the body, red on the toe guard, and then that classic camo color on the back. One detail I forgot to mention. So the Instapump Fury is part of that 90s line of shoes with the pump. But the pump was not their only technology at that time. It was also Hexalite cushioning. Hexalite was found in like the first few Shaq shoes, definitely within the first Allen Iverson shoe, the Question, a classic for sure. But it was also found in some of their different basketball models and even in this model. Now, unfortunately, Hexalite as it was, it really doesn't exist anymore. So this has the hex print, and it's got like the hex cutouts on the back and the side. And you can even see like what is supposed to be Hexalite kind of poking through the bottom. But from what I've heard from more informed, sneaker YouTubers and even people who are just into the technology in general, Hexalite really doesn't exist anymore like it used to. So this is all, they both got white midsoles and then the black outsoles with the all white carbon fiber shank to keep your foot stable, because these used to be a performance running shoe, which was, even for the time period in the 90s where everyone was experimenting with something, these were like still kind of out of their world at that time. I think these are super cool. I've always wanted a pair of Instapump Furies. Like, I still want the OG Citron color. My guy Nick Engvall, who's a huge Reebok fan and huge Instapump Fury fan, like, he bought the last retro and I watched him talk about it, and I keep like not biting anytime they retro, but I'm gonna have to soon. But I'm glad I got these, and I'm real excited to figure out how to wear these. Like, all these different camos have me bugging like as we speak. Like, Instapump Furies are, if not like like the general Reebok Classic, or even maybe like the Club C, which I'm actually wearing today. Like Instapump Fury is probably one of their most collab models, and it's one of their most interesting models, which I think is what lends to it being such a good collab sneaker, because in and of itself, I think the Instapump Fury is an expressive shoe that kind of lends to the idea of like it's kind of sort of an ugly kind of dad shoe, but I don't think very many dads were wearing these in the 90s, to be completely honest with you. Like, this is a wild shoe, even now. Like, if they just dropped this like this year, like, oh, the Instapump Fury is our new brand, like our new model for the year, these would still look kind of sort of ahead of its time almost. And I think this design has really informed a lot of future designs that most folks probably maybe wouldn't give Reebok credit for, but you gotta pay homage, or you gotta pay respects to who came before. Definitely not think I was gonna be starting off my year with these, but I'm super grateful and super excited I got to get a pair of these. Trying to cop off Reebok's website was terrible. But I do want to cop more interesting sneakers this year. That's one of my goals, is to really expand out into other brands, and not necessarily just other brands for like the basic stuff, but for the really interesting stuff that doesn't get coverage. There's a whole wide world of sneakers and content out there that I think can really be getting tapped into, and I want to be part of that. So with that being said, what do you want to see? Is there a brand you think I should be tapping into that nobody's covering yet? Is there a shoe style, whether it be athleisure or high fashion or whatever the case would be, you think that I could really get into? I've been getting back into the gym lately with my lady, so getting back into athletic brands. Like, is there something there that I could be missing? Let me know. I really like to hear from you guys. I'm always active on Twitter, I'm active on Instagram, and I respond to comments, so leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And from there, I'm gonna leave y'all, just hoping y'all are having a great beginning to your year. Keep that energy going forward, and I'm gonna see y'all real soon. All right, peace.